Hello friends and greetings for the day. Welcome back to another tutorial on ISTQB Specialist Automotive Tester certification. As a part of this tutorial, we are still in chapter 3 talking about testing in virtual environments, and we are getting into the next part of it, that is 3.2, testing in ZIL test environments. Where ZIL is another component or is put together, has a lot of subcomponents here. And as a part of this test environment of ZIL, we do have different models like model in loop, software in loop, hardware in loop, and comparison of the ZIL test environments put together of all these three things. As a part of this tutorial today, we'll be getting started with MIL environment, which is model in loop. To start with a basic introduction about the overall thing, of course, we have various other frameworks like available in the automotive industry, and there are following types of ZIL environment which are used. So generally we have MIL, ZIL, PIL, HIL, and WIL, where model in loop, software in the loop, process in the loop, hardware in the loop, and vehicle in the loop. So the one which you see in red here, like process in the loop and vehicle in the loop, are not in our syllabus. So we will not be discussing that as a part of this syllabus. And probably if you are interested, you can explore more about that outside, and definitely if you are interested to know more about them, you can definitely comment me below. We can definitely talk about the same thing. Here the tester should become familiar with the test environment like MIL, ZIL, and HIL and understand them. It's very crucial for any tester to be very much perfect with these kind of test environments, which will help them to run certain simulated tests. The following paragraphs below will help them to look deeper into the structure and the application areas of the different test environment. ZIL in this sense stands as generic term for the different test environment. So this is just like a kind of superset of all these sub environments and called as ZIL. And definitely to a certain extent it stands for X in loop, where X stands for anything as X. This could be any number of mathematical value, right? Now let's start with the basic introductions to model in the loop. Before we talk about what we are actually targeting as a part of the syllabus and what we are trying to cover in this particular segment, let's talk a little bit about what exactly MIL is in overview. So for example, if you're talking about taking an example of a real-time option, for example, if you talk about creating definitely some of the executions, we do need certain environments to do the same, and we can make use of that as a part of the overall architecture and as well as the infrastructure which would be required to conduct certain testing for these environments. So let's talk about if you're trying to develop a model of the actual plant, which is the hardware, and in any simulation environment, which could be like, for example, Simulink. But let's talk about before the model is deployed into the hardware of the production, few verification steps will take place in MIL, PIL, and HIL, which are definitely we are going to discuss them. Here I'm taking an example of designing a controller for DC motor and putting the code generated from the model of the controller into the supported SoC, which is your system on chip. So first you have to develop a model of the actual plant, which is the hardware, in any simulation environment, for example, Simulink, which captures most of the important feature of the hardware system. After the plant model is created, we will develop the controller model and verify if the controller can control the plant, which is your hardware, and in this case, it is the model of the motor which you have created as per the requirement. This step is what you call it as model in loop, which is in short called as MIL, and you are testing the controller logic on the simulated model of the plant, which is the hardware. If your controller works as desired, you should record the input and output of the controller, which will be used in the later stages of the verification. So I think this is where we get some good idea about what exactly MIL is all and how exactly that works in a real time, and what could be the core objective of working with this kind of loop, which is to generally consider some of the environments, creating a model of that, and then working on the same to see that feeding with the basic inputs and collecting the desired outputs. Now, from the certification point of view, we would be talking about the structure of a MIL test environment. Of course, it's not so detailed, so I thought of taking an example to discuss that first and then come to the point which syllabus talks about. So in a MIL test environment, the test item is available as a model. This model is executable but not compiled for a special hardware. Such models are modified by the developers using, of course, special modeling tools. For a tester to be available to execute the test and test those models, he definitely needs a test environment. This is mostly implemented in the same development environment as the test item itself. This environment can additionally contain an environment model. The tester can simulate and observe the test item via access points. The access points can be placed arbitrarily in the model and of the test item and also in the environment model itself. The model of the test item is connected to the environment model and can easily implement and used as a closed loop system. And about the closed loop system, we have already discussed in our previous tutorial. So that will give you a good idea that what exactly we are talking about. Further, in this particular tutorial, we are also talking about what exactly the application areas and boundary conditions of a mill test environment is. So with a mill test environment, the tester is capable of testing the functionality system design. During the development, the tester can also get single component up to an entire system. So there's no limitation. You can start with a single component, in fact, or probably you can get over the entire system as well, depending on the type of methodology which you follow. And generally, we understand that we do follow a general V model, which is quite popular in the same case. To execute the test, the tester needs a computer and the corresponding simulation software like Simulink, and definitely a computer to control everything. The environment model. The environment model becomes more complex as the scope of functions of the test item increases. Of course, if you're talking about more and more functionality, the infrastructure required and the environment required would be definitely equally complex. By using a mill test environment, the tester can test the functionality of the models over all development levels at the early phase of the development. Of course, we remember the basic concepts from the foundation level that when it comes to V model, and if we talk about the characteristics of good testing, we do declare that every development activity must have a corresponding testing activity which allows you to find defects much earlier in the life cycle. And not only that, it also helps you prepare a lot of things much earlier in the life cycle, like planning for your activities, analyzing the requirement, and of course preparing your test cases. But it's not common to enable the environment model to simulate bus or diagnosis function or physical behavior such as cable breaks or shorts. So these kind of things could be more complicated and this cannot be simulated. These tasks can be carried out more easily and at less cost with the other environments, like if you talk about the SIL or HIL. So we will talk about them in the next tutorials. In a mill test environment, it must be appreciated that the test execution does not take place in real time. As all the components are available as a model, the test execution runs in a simulation time. The more complex a system is, the more execution time or power the computer needs to provide all necessary information. So from time to time, being a tester, you need to make sure that what kind of infrastructure you're trying to use or what kind of complex environment you're trying to make use of, what is that you're trying to simulate, and depending on that, what kind of input you have in case you want to execute them or run them in a simulated environment. The duration of the simulation in smaller systems is shorter than the execution in real time, because obviously don't forget this is a model. Now when you talk about a model, the consumption will be less, or you're trying to scale down the things, and of course the power consumption in a real one or real environment or real car would be more, definitely. So when you're trying to test such things, do remember that whatever outputs you're trying to get or whatever inputs you're trying to provide might not be the same when it comes to the real-time environment. However, a big advantage is that the tester can pause the simulation at any time to execute detailed analysis and assessments. So at any point of time, if you think that you want to do something better, or at any point of time you observe any kind of anomaly in these kind of analysis, you can definitely run a detailed executions in order to observe them in a much better way. Well, so that is what we have got in the syllabus from the mill point of view. Of course, this is an endless topic. You can talk more detail about the same, but that does not fall under our scope right now. Because if I'm talking about anything beyond this, you might consider that this is equally important to be prepared for the syllabus. But from the examination point of view, we just have a basic introduction to what exactly mill is. So that's all from this particular tutorial, team. Should you have anything else, feel free to comment below. I'm definitely there to answer them well. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for watching the video, team, and happy learning.